America, the place where I was born and raised. For too many crazy long years I've been in trouble. No pleasures here on earth I found. For in this world I'm bound to drink and spend too much. I have no friends and family to help me now. He has no family to help him now. I am a man of Philippine expat sorrow. I've seen problems all my day. I bid farewell to being broke in America, the place where I was born and raised. Up and wear you out like the girl on Red Street that you played with. You can bury me in some deep alley for many years, where I may lay under a coconut tree. Then you may learn to love another, my brother. I'm a man of Philippine expat sorrow. I've seen problems all my day. I bid farewell to being broke in America, the place where I was born and raised. Maybe your friends think I'm just an expat stranger. My face you'll never see is in danger. But there is one promise that is given: I'll meet you on the other side of the Philippines. Beer in one hand, me waving at you with another. I am a man of Philippine expat sorrow.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Okay. Good morning, guys. What is going on? Let us see. Today we are going to cover Heartbreak or Happily Ever After. The base of this is going to be expats and Filipinos or Filipinas, how the relationships break up, how the dating, how end of life, possibly down to a funeral, down to they move back to America, or other things happen. Some of the guys move on and get other Filipinas. Some move Filipinas in, extra Filipinas. I mean, the relationship is ever evolving, and it's going to be based on the situation of David and Rose Campbell from the Campbell vlog that she put out a video that was extremely, extremely sad. And we have some of the audio clips that we're going to play and react to, and that's what we're going to do the live stream on today. Hey, Scott. Scott is in the house and MB is in the house. What is going on? What is going on, MB?
Hey, Scott. Happy birthday, man. How you doing?
Happy birthday, Scott.
And Scott's going to be, well,
he's going to
be retiring really soon. So
yeah, he's getting there. God, that's been coming a long time in the mix.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Raymond is in the house. Good morning, everyone. Hit that thumbs up. We appreciate that. And also a big thank you to everybody on our 25,000 subscriber mark. Long time in the coming. Took us 5 years, but El Natural, like George's bush and his other bush in the bush. His bushes are all El Natural, right?
That you know of. I mean, I did buy Kim Kardashian. So
did you see the other thing that they invented? The other Kardashian? She's got lollipops that she wants you to shove up in their woo-wah.
That's nothing new.
Well, I know you're a freak, George. That's not the type of lollipops I'm thinking. She's supposedly their vitamins for the not for the guys, but she made them in a lollipop form.
All right, that's just dumb.
Yeah, so it's some sort of vitamin
Okay,
versus
okay.
for
Now
love time.
again, for those you're like, well, they're sold out. They must be good. No,
They've been using
no.
them,
People buy that crap as a joke
and they did. There's been a bunch of
and as
people.
gag gifts, and no, this is like a one-time deal of sales. What I'm saying is, if you invent something that's ridiculous, you're gonna get sold out, no doubt, within the first production run, and after that, the end. What I'm saying is, whatever these products are,
Yeah, it's all. And honestly, I think they're idiots for even if they're buying them as a gag gift for $40, you're still supporting the industry, which is stuck to a bunch of other creepy shit. But the fact, yeah, someone would pay 40 or $50 for one of those to put up inside. I'm like, that just doesn't make any sense. So, but it is what it is on that one. Harry Walsh is in the house. What is going on? Hey, Harry. And of course, we have Scott. Scott, he said a big thank you.
oh, thanks, Raymond, for 25K.
Yeah, it's hey, Second Wind is in the house. Yeah, congratulations on reaching the mark. Yeah. You know who I seen the other day that looked to have we've been talking about true numbers and long-term channels is Bud Brown is at 27,000. And that dude's had his channel forever. Andy he was on GMA with his love story. In other words, he had a boost up and is at 27,000. All numbers match, everything points normal and everything, and people are like, oh, well, you guys are just trailing behind in your numbers, and not really. We're
Okay,
really proud of those
trailing
numbers.
behind, as in for people who bought their numbers, regardless of, again,
Farming or Google.
guys, you guys can troll us all you want. We never bought any of our numbers, fact, but we can tell in those actually
Which I guess it's a
that
business and
that farmed their
desperation.
numbers. We can tell, you can tell, and that's why you troll us. The fact that you're trolling us tells me that you're actually one of them. Anyway, but no, as far as Bud Brown goes, you have to guys remember again. I love Bud Brown. I love his channel. What I'm saying is, you guys have to remember too, and I'm not picking on I'm not ageist by any means. Because I've heard and I've heard this a lot actually. Like all shows on Netflix, all shows on YouTube, cater to the 25-year-olds. Well, hate to say this, but that's the prime number as far as age is concerned, and that's for, you know, what I'm saying is a 50-year-old, 60-year-old will not spend frivolously on a subscription, on a membership, versus a 25-year-old that'll just hit that he'll hit that subscribe with
Correct. If
no
people are
problem,
signing up, yeah, they'll
hit their
sign
credit
up
card
if
thing.
it's
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, so we're happy about that. I know some other channels have been butthurt and complaining and all that, and unfortunately, it's because you have no life whatsoever. So moving on with this, let's move on to the El Resistance of David and Rose Campbell. We've been sent tons of emails, stuff through Messenger, and it all came after one of the viewers came through and said, hey, did you see David and Rose? And we're like, no, we just don't watch them on a normal basis. Why? I hate to say this, as I always, and I'm not going to shut up about it. It was a simp channel. He put his wife out there in dresses, or she put herself out there. They fought on air. They went through all this drama. It was unveiled. She just made a comment to people to pretty much say, I know you say I shouldn't put this out, but this video is for the people that have been following. And I'm like, there's much better ways of doing this than to put your husband on there looking like this. And it's I get it, but I don't on the other hand. But it is another one of those embarrassing things, kind of like it's sad, pitiful, and embarrassing at the same time. Like when she put him on the front porch with the hose. She literally hosed him down in front of people, in front of her viewers, and said, "Well, I just wanted people to see how I take care of him." And I'm like, "Yeah, that was just." Remember when she just took him out there with a hose, and it was just in his wheelchair? And I'm like, "Yeah, that's kind of a personal thing and embarrassing. Like he was a farm animal or something." It was just the way she did it, and she got a lot of negative, and a lot of people like, "Oh, so glad to see you taking care of him." But most of the video was her taking care of him. It was like through the pandemic, and so basically, they fought everywhere. Everybody knew they fought. They fought over finances. They fought over who was right and wrong, who was. You got that strong pull of the American like me, where like me and George are arguing and fighting all the time, but they tend to put all their arguments on air and they tried to capitalize on it. They've got some good viewership, and I just still think it was a bad idea.
Okay. Well, first off, let's put a pin on that. Like Heidi says, they capitalize on it. And the reason why I said let's put a pin on that is because just real quick before Heidi takes the statement down, which you can right now. Raymond says congratulations on that mark. I didn't get to address it real quick. Um, Again, thank you so much, Raymond. He basically mixed the word congratulations and graduating at the same time. And I'm just letting you know that I was aware of it and I'm addressing it now. Thank you so much again for the congratulations and that we graduated the 24,000 mark to 25,000. Thank you so much. Now,
Yeah.
the capitalizing. We'll go much later on that. What I'm saying is
Yeah, I was just
be
letting you know.
reserve your judgment regardless of how you feel, whether you're pro or anti. That has nothing to do with it. What I'm saying is we'll get into that later.
Oh, let him judge and whatever during why it's playing.
No,
So
I mean, you
we're
can.
not using the video for obvious reasons,
No,
but we
no.
will
And
react to the
again,
audio. And it was 30 minutes of her. It appears to be video, as in like Messenger or something. And she recorded it on her side. That was obvious further in there. And his caretaker is there. It was determined that he is not. I think we mentioned it might be at a VA center like he was before. It is not. He's in Arizona. He's not in a facility. The response from multiple people is he's only at 30% on his disability and something. Therefore, he doesn't qualify to still be in there. And Rose had mentioned something about that again, not claiming to know the military. And so it appears he just has a caretaker through the state, which I'm really concerned with all the funds and cutting and all of that as of November 1st. He's probably getting SNAP benefits. He's probably getting all this extra stuff. It's got to be coming along with it.
maybe.
If he's on Social Security and he's getting a caretaker paid for, that's still within the system. I said possibly.
Well, I said maybe if he had anything left. I mean,
Okay.
I wasn't, going against you. I'm just saying that if he has anything left.
Whatever it is, he's living in somebody's house. And to me, his cognitive function is fried.
It's probably
He
some
looks
family
like he
member.
doesn't have long to go. But according to the guy,
Hopefully we're wrong.
his caretaker repeated, there's nothing really wrong with David. But to me, it looks like he's on something.
Well, like I said,
that's beyond.
Hopefully we're wrong. Yeah.
It looks like he's on something.
Yeah,
I thought
and
he was
again-
just laying up in a bed, and there were rumors in the past that when he hit the casinos, he was drinking and doing party favors, and all these things have been going around about once David returned from the Philippines with his Filipino wife, that when he got to America, he was just things have changed. And that's another thing. When you're with a foreigner and a Filipina, when they return back to their home country, they kind of revert. In other words, they get here, they're living a certain way, certain life. He was mostly under her guidance because he needed her as a caretaker in the Philippines. Her family was taking care of him. And I bless her for that, tell her blessings, because it takes a lot to deal with a strong-willed person and an American. And we've seen David be tough. Shut the hell up, because right before this live, we were going off on each other over a camera.
Just
so
real
I'm
quick,
like,
again.
the Americans are, attitude and all that. So I can look inside of his little skull and tell that he probably treated her like crap. He showed
Okay.
that displayed when he was on his lives.
All right. Well, that's what I was getting at. Now, just real quick, again, before this live,
Well, maybe we should get play because we're in a small
well,
format
just
here.
real quick, again, I just want to let you guys know again, thoughts and prayers for David and Rose and his and her family, because you guys have to remember that it's very selfish of anybody to think that whatever affects you only affects you. It affects family members too.
Yeah, sure.
So thoughts and prayers to Rose and David and their families.
Yeah, so
okay?
this is just part of what we're covering today. It's the inspiration. And a lot of people like, oh, there they are with their drama, and they're just, this has nothing to do with nothing. And actually, it does, because some of you
well-
all may have to return to America. I may have to return over major medical someday. And this could be me and George down the road.
I'm gonna miss you.
You better get your hands off me, you
I'm
little,
gonna miss you.
little asswipe. Get off me before I bust your head with this lucky rabbit that's already been broke.
What left?
The one's got a broken neck.
Well, I've been looking at it. No.
You can see it on the side. Don't break his neck. The
Oh,
cats knocked him.
it's the head.
Yeah, see?
His head got lopped off.
Yeah.
No, our cats
Knocked. We have
we
like
have a lucky rabbit.
statue.
Well,
He knocked it off. But anyway,
we don't believe in it, but we just bought it because we were in the mall. That kind of deal.
yeah, because I like rabbits. My mom collected the white rabbits. So,
The hell she does. It is good.
so anyways, so it is part of covering David and Rose because we've covered him in one light or another. Some days it was him that we were focused on, and then her when he was complaining about her dressing up and doing all this stuff on air, and people sending laptops and all these items and money and calling him a simp channel and his immigration status, them talking about divorce. So there's been a lot of inspiration. So thank you guys for that. And this one made both me and George cry when we seen it. Like literally, I was like, this is sad because that could be me. That could be me in full dementia, which runs in the family. And I told him, I may not remember you. And, so
Well.
it's the way she reacts. So there will be some words about how she reacts, why she reacts, and what's kind of going on with David as an update. So it is audio. So, and it's small. Like I said, it was almost a 30 or 35 minute. I think we got it down to 7 or 8.
The phone call for you.
Phone call.
Thanks from your wife. Say hi. Hi, Ivy.
Hello, David.
You want to come to America?
You remember me?
You're my wife.
Thank you so much. You still remember me. How are you?
I want to know if you want to come to America.
Yes, of course I want. But how can I go? How can I come there? I don't have money.
I have money. I'll get money tomorrow and buy you a ticket.
How?
From Rosa.
From how? How you buy me a ticket?
Now I'm going to stop it right there and fill you guys in a little more. Now, she, in my opinion, if people were just listening to you, it's kind of like she was being rude. That's the first reaction, is that it seems the way she's pushing at him. You would think with her husband sick and laying in bed and everything that she's being rude. Me and George, my first opinion after that is like, yeah. And I said, no, she doesn't know how to react. She's scared. Her husband is slowly dying. He's got cognitive issues. He's no longer there financially supporting her. And even if he's an asshole, he is still her asshole. True story.
Okay, just real quick. First off, what Heidi said is I said partially. I would say partially true, not because of what Heidi said. It's because of my opinion, and the reason why I say my opinion. For example, this may seem unrelated. Okay, it may seem unrelated, but as a Filipino, what may seem to be rude to a Westerner. For example, almost every, I would say 80%, which is a really high percentage, one of the few things, or one they always ask me, I swear to God, this is not a lie, this is not a joke. They ask, where do you live? what I'm saying is, what may seem innocent to me may seem offensive to you. For example, what I'm saying is, in our culture,
Babe, she's busting his chops. Let me
no, no,
interrupt
no,
you
no,
on
no,
this. The whole
no,
time,
no, no.
technically, she
I
is.
get that. I
But
get that.
Filipinos are
No, no, no,
thin-skinned
no,
too, so
no,
don't
no, no, no,
go.
no, no, no.
Okay,
I'm
I
not
know where
going
you're
deep
falling
into
on this.
this, but I was going to explain to you again. This is part of the ones that,
I think
again,
she's mentally breaking down.
no. Well, okay, that's part of it. That's part of it. That's not the whole thing. But first off, culture. For example, I have a problem of saying you're welcome. Fact. Anybody who's known me in my entire life will tell you, George rarely says you're welcome. You know why? Because it's not in me to say you're welcome. Not that I don't appreciate it. I do. However, it's not in in me, not necessarily my culture. What I'm saying is, as far as Rose is concerned, again, I personally don't know her. You have to remember that everybody has their own standards and has their own the way
And
that
we
they're
don't know the other
thinking.
thing she's going through in the Philippines.
Correct.
Too,
And then that goes to the other side of what Heidi's saying. What I'm saying is,
in an Expat Filipina channel. Yeah.
there are caretakers out there. Okay. Fact. I'm not picking on anybody. Fact. There are caretakers out there that if you're sick with a simple cold, they go all out, all in. They would call the National Guard if they would.
That's true. I would agree
They
with
would.
that with George.
However, there's also the other ones that would go all cold and don't give a shit about
both
or show they
or
won't.
both.
Right.
They can be
What
known
I'm saying
for both.
is, you guys have to remember, everybody deals with stress issues on a different level.
Right. So, yeah.
Right. And that's what I was getting at.
Rosa,
Who's Rosa?
my doctor.
And how you gonna send me a money to buy the ticket?
I just bring it to your house.
How?
I know where you live.
Where I am?
No, go ahead. You were gonna say something.
No, I see Tony's in the house. Hey, Tony.
Hey,
He
Tony.
said, and we kind of mentioned this in the beginning, and I already talked to George about this and after you listen to the audio, and if you listen to the full 30 something minutes, she does mention about not having money over and over again. And she is doing it in front of the viewers. I do personally, I don't care what nobody says, I do feel some acting going on here because she did it in front of the camera. Would she have done that, all of that, all the drama and everything you guys about ready to listen to, if she wasn't doing it in front of her
Okay.
viewers?
First off, again,
because he says he feels she's eBay
No,
because
no,
she
no,
will
no, I get
talk
it.
about I don't have the money for international phone cards, but yet she's doing a video which is free.
right. Okay.
And so she does keep mentioning it. She will mention here in a little bit that one of your viewers bought the cell phone that you have. They bought her laptop. They bought these other things. Now, have we been gifted things? Yeah, I'm not going to throw shade on that shit. But what I'm saying is that she is also continuing, like it's been said about their channel, and it's not just us. I'm repeating what is out there, and what is comments on their channel is that the channel has been known for simping because of her exercising and the way she does her cooking videos to, you know, down to the situation of
The situation. Now,
right.
just real quick. Wait.
Hey, Chosen One, what's going on, man?
Before you play it, just real quick. Actually, Heidi did say the correct word earlier. Capitalize. I'm not gonna go deep into this because first off, honestly, I swear to God, I'm hoping that that's what they're doing. I swear to God, I hope that that's what they're doing. Because if they're not, then it's worse. Okay.
Oh, you're talking about his state?
Okay. Correct.
Oh, he didn't fake that.
No.
David
Well,
is
he
cooked
could.
and booked.
And again, don't hashtag cancel George. Hopefully, that this is a capitalism thing. What I'm saying is, for example, no, I'm not. Okay. For what I'm saying is, when I say capitalize, aka let's do things for views.
You're making it worse than it is. How could David act like that on camera? She didn't even.
Okay. For example, first off,
David is broken out.
when again, I'm not hating David. I'm not hating Rose. Honestly, I'm not.
I just think she's trying to make money on her side.
Okay, I get that part. But what I'm saying is, David, in his cognitive lucid form, okay, whether you guys agree or disagree, fact is, when Heidi actually said it earlier, they showed on their channel that Rose hosed down David on the porch. During that time when that occurred, David was lucid, which means he was completely aware what was going on. He was completely aware when she posted that video. What I'm saying is,
Yeah, they've been aware of the stuff
it
they've been
was
posting.
a capitalist move, aka to generate views. And again,
So
there's nothing wrong with that.
So do you think David approved this,
No,
or do you think
no,
she
no,
did
no,
it
no,
all
no.
on her side? Because she said, for all the haters that are hating, I'll read the statement later, but basically she came back around and made the full statement
I get that.
afterwards
There's
that it's for the viewers. She's always said
there's
that.
two
I can
sides.
say the same.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Because our people love our cats, we put these poor half-sick animals and how much meds we get because of the viewers.
Right.
But we know that people like to support the cats.
I get that.
Ain't even going to talk about slight dry bagging, but there's a difference
Right.
you hose your goddamn
right.
disabled, overweight husband on the porch like an elephant.
Right. But what I'm saying is, stop. Wait. What I'm getting at is, when you go into court, they always establish a baseline. I'm establishing a baseline. What I'm getting at, be aware when Rose hosed down David. This happens like 2-3 years ago.
Probably 2 years
What
ago.
I'm saying is the baseline is that to capitalize on something. You have to remember that Rose and David they conditioned themselves to do this type of content.
And they got to up their level each time, too.
Correct. On a regular basis and up their level.
You all talking about
first,
George is in bed, go put that camera in his face.
I'm trying to,
I can. He's got sticky hands.
Putting down a baseline that this is what they're trained to do or train themselves to do. Let's say they're not doing that. Again, this is not about judgment. But what I'm saying is, that's another thing. For example, in David's condition, here's the way I would do things. And Heidi knows this. I would never show anything on YouTube that I'm not willing to put my mom in.
Unless we accidentally have one of those fights on there. So that's
what I'm saying
we
is,
can't help either. But
if I'm willing to put my mom in this situation, record her, and put her on YouTube.
Yeah, there's nothing right about this. Not even.
I get that. That right or wrong has nothing to do with it at this point. I'm trying to establishing if the person themselves think this is okay, if their culture think this is okay, if their culture thinks it's okay to do this to their own mom,
right,
then they'll do it. Again, I'm not judging. What I'm saying is...
So you're saying that she, like I've been seeing Filipinos keep showing half babies down in a well.
There have been Filipinos that have shown their loved ones on Facebook in this condition. I personally would never.
I've seen.
I would never ever even think about it.
It just seems like Filipinos are really willing to share everything.
No, I wouldn't say every. Again, I just pointed the fact that I would never even think. The fact that I would think about it, I would never even go that far.
Okay, I don't want to get this far. I want to get
what
this so
I'm
we
trying
can put
to
the
say is we don't know his side, her side, yada yada yada.
You can say that. Let them. I know. No.
I know that. But what I'm saying
even
is,
if David said okay, she still should have made that decision.
There is a population of male Filipinos have nothing to do with it. Whether they're whatever nationality there are certain people that are willing to put this out, and there are certain people that are not. That's what I was getting at.
Okay, I want to get through this. Okay, gotcha.
Right up the street.
Where I am?
In France.
In France?
Yeah.
Really? I'm in France?
I know where you live.
Yeah, where I am, David.
France.
No, I'm not. I'm in the Philippines, David.
Now, I want to let you know, we've received additional emails. Okay. Allegedly, possibly David has dated a lot of women. He was in the Angel City area at some point. He's lived in the Dominican for a while. He's been different, but they said that David could have had some other women. Uh, un Unsubstantiated, but he also has some cognitive decline. Supposedly nothing physically wrong, but evidently there's something going on. This is not one of his best moments of this photo, but during this video, he looked way worse, glazed over. I thought he was on fentanyl or something. I thought he was on, there were rumors that he's on in the past somewhere between drinking and substance. And then I thought, okay, George says, oh, maybe he's in a hospital and they got him on pain meds. I've been on pain meds, bitches. I did not look like this at any point, even if I had alcohol. Something
Morphine
is
won't do that.
no. You're just going to get knocked out. So no, they wouldn't be giving him morphine there. So the whole thing is the guy clearly stated if he was on that, then that means he's in end of life care. If he's only got a nurse coming over once a month, he's in basic home care. So that means he's not at end of life stage where they would be doing that much morphine. And even then, you don't look like this. And so my whole deal is that he's definitely in cognitive decline. So he's either extremely on something or he's totally lost his ability to know things. But the fact he's confusing things, it was said that when he was saying these different places and saying France, it's hard saying. Maybe he has a chick stash there. Who knows? But the Rosa he keeps mentioning, that is the name of his doctor.
Well, it's possible. Me and Heidi in the heat of a moment, I've had coming to these little, lucid moments where I say like, "Te gusta mi carne de largo de tubo, mucho paschar."
You're a slut to begin with. Calm down, slut.
Yeah, I guess.
Rose's father died in the hospital, but she didn't video him or put him on YouTube the way she's televising David. So, yeah, I think, like people have been saying, it is more for the finance side, although I think she got 4,000 views. And remember, even if you have a good channel, you're only going to get paid 16 to 15 bucks per thousand. So after taxes, she's probably looking at $40. You got a fart? What's wrong with you?
Yes, I was. No, okay. No. I was getting at. No. It's not about views. It's about donation.
That's right. Now, I keep forgetting that it's not only that. There are people that
I'm not
are
saying that's
probably
what she's doing it for. What
no
I'm saying
people
is,
contact on the side and send substantial money for different things. I get it. I really do. But this is all channels. I ain't gonna lie that it's not every single channel that's going on there. But I get what you're saying, Black Grandpa, on that for sure.
yeah,
But
no.
she
I
didn't.
understand.
Yeah.
You're again honest. We didn't know, but thank you for letting us know. Now that I know, yes.
Interesting. Let's see. We lost the camera.
Huh? Only for a split second if it did.
Yeah, I don't know. We're probably going to have a delay here. But anyways, all right, let me play this and get through it, guys.
So how are you? I want to talk to your doctor, but how can I talk to your doctor or your nurse? I want to ask them something. That I'm serious. I'm just email your guardian, but I don't know why he don't answer me back.
I don't care about that. I care if you're coming to America.
Can you open your camera so I can see you?
Yeah, hold on.
You know how to do it?
It's open. I really like your husband.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you something. What time now?
3:15.
Morning, afternoon?
It's afternoon.
And your hair is too long. Nobody cut it.
Okay, and this is what I'm talking about, like her busting his chops and that she's being. I get that she's disturbed with what's going on. Obviously, someone's not communicating with her. I think when David left, it was pretty much I'm going. Rose made it clear that he needed to go. Rose made it clear that she's living her own life and all these different things she's been doing. And he even says at one point in a minute, he makes the statement that he wished they were still married or something. So there's been some weird statements that he's getting ready to make. So it's but again, reason we're covering it is that we've covered them in the past. We never claim that we don't follow up on some things, but this is one of the channels we have. There is something to learn from this. And again, is it a heartbreak or a happily ever after for these two? Or if you have a Filipina and you're an expat couple, how things could end. I mean, you could be homeless on the street. There's been a bunch more homeless Americans here. They return back to America to get medical, never get back, leave their Filipina and kids stranded. There's so many different things that can go on, and that's what we're covering today is how hard it is to be an interracial or a couple that are from two different countries that come here to live to be happily ever after, and shit goes awry. I mean, like me and George have been through some shit since we've been here, and
Yeah.
several bitch, it ain't no happy nappy going on here, man. I mean, several times I thought about leaving just based on how things were going south. Mostly it was during the pandemic. It's been the last few months during my medical issues. And many things will send the relationship into overdrive. And you're either going to make it through or not. Then you get financial issues like these guys. We're not rich. We have our own financial issues. Money, relationship problems, health problems, and then throw it in that you're living in another country. And there's a lot to process.
Right. Just real quick again before we veer off or continue to the subject, because this is part of the subject. What I'm getting at is don't. I get it that we're focusing on the expat here, but what I'm saying is
Oh, maybe focusing on
age
Rose.
has nothing to do with those current conditions, aka what I'm saying is you can find a Filipino or Filipina that will go through the exact same conditions at a younger age.
Right. So Rose could have had a stroke. It could have been her in the
Correct.
bed.
Correct.
And it could just be a Filipino couple. So this isn't just down to a Filipino and expat couple, but of course that's the channel
Correct.
that we're
Well,
running.
yes, but what I'm saying is
Put the
yes.
side of drama.
Don't think
Hey,
that
Sarah.
neither sex is exempt from these conditions, or again, either or, whichever part of the couple can have a stroke and have the exact same similar effects.
Well, and you got to consider. We're going to get back on David and Rose. You got to consider by the alleged how they got together, whirlwind relationship. Rumors were she worked somewhere in Angeles City, never confirmed where. When they were in their live streams, people called her a bar girl. All this stuff had come up. Hold on, just let me say where they came from. It wasn't exactly a long-term, like we were 2 years before we moved in together and a couple years before we got married, and you running a business and me living in our own place. These guys shacked up pretty quick and got married pretty quick. I'm not going to get down to the months. Then they got into the YouTube channel and the pandemic, and they showed, like, a lot of his videos were showing her with her hair braided up and all these fancy dresses. And then he said later, oh, this was all her approval. And then later it was, she would say shit. And then you couldn't even tell who was. But I told George at one point, I said, that's Rose that's wanting to dress like that. He's not forcing her to dress like that. So they got all kinds of flack shit and everything else in the beginning. But there's just there's more to this. I know a lot of people watch them hardcore. We weren't. We were just getting messages. We've watched some of their live streams and covered them. And at some point, we were even supposed to meet up with them, but they had a problem because we wouldn't use our YouTube manager. So then they started, talking shit about us.
Our manager's for.
Correct. Yeah, they're not going to correct their taxes because he kept his taxes back in America and he had his papers sent back to America.
Even if we had a problem with our taxes, our YouTube manager has nothing to do with that.
Correct. So he wanted us to use it. So then he started saying shit. There was even at one point where there was a thing back and forth to the point where Rose used to send us messenger stuff and she stopped. Yeah, she was pissed off.
Yeah,
they were both pissed off.
It's like working.
And they went all the way to Thailand. Remember, they went all the way to Thailand a few years.
Singapore.
Oh, it was Singapore. That's right. It wasn't Thailand. It was Singapore they went to. Yeah, to the Google. They just showed up randomly at Google, wasted all that money, a whole trip, everything.
They won't even look at you.
No, you can't just show up randomly.
Same thing here in the Philippines. If you go to Google headquarters,
like we've had,
they won't even let you at the elevator. Put it that way.
Yeah, so you have to have the invite. So,
Right.
So that's where a lot of this is. And so their relationship has started off in a somewhat weird situation. The YouTubing has only made it weird to their public. Good for them for making money and putting out all the simping stuff, and that they've gained something. They tried to prove she owned all the property and she worked and she was the one with money. And then all of a sudden, I need the money, David, and I'm going to get a divorce. And remember, there was even one point I remember where they were talking about filing a divorce, and she said she was talking with people online about it could be for psychological issues. And I was like, well, shit, there's a lot more going on. We figured they were fighting all the time. And they have left video cameras on, like where there was someone in the background recording. You hear David screaming at her and stuff. So there's a lot of tension going on. So now he's back in America and none of the people are talking to her. What did she think was going to happen once he left and stuff? George goes to his family's house for the day or for a weekend or whatever he's been doing over the last couple of years. I don't hear shit from him. So imagine being in America and stuff.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Now, just real quick again, hopefully we're wrong, or hopefully all these videos are they're not as bad as they seem. First off, again, keyword medically induced dementia does exist. We don't know his current situation. Hopefully it's not permanent, and same thing. It could also be Alzheimer's, but hopefully that's not permanent either.
Something else is beyond that.
Okay.
I've seen dementia. I worked in a neurological center. I worked one-on-one with people.
I know that.
My uncle has a really bad form of it, and the glaze over his eyes. He said here in a minute, he'll say, I can't even hold up the phone.
And like I said, hopefully
that's not, but yep, there's a guy.
This is temporary.
Right. So let's play some more of this, guys. So.
Not even.
Yeah.
Nobody cut your hair?
Supposed to come today, but I told them no.
Why?
So I like it long.
Get her, David.
And your beard is also long.
That I want to cut.
So you know where are you?
Get her, David.
Where am I? Gilbert. Gilbert.
What?
I'm in Gilbert, Arizona.
The area is
Gilbert.
Arizona, Gilbert, Arizona.
So
Now, not that it matters, but I'm just going to mention, you guys can hear his caretaker. He'll mention his name here in a minute. He starts to say his real name. And then he stops, and then he gives another name. You can hear him stop, and then he says his name or something, but he does have an accent, so he is a foreigner. So I just want to let you know that it's just not, it's a caretaker. They say, and by the way, anybody at that point can qualify. The state and them will pay for 20 or 30 hours a month right now. I know somebody in Missouri that's doing it. And they told me the other day they allot 20-something hours a month. And he does say he only comes in every now and then. This could be one of those 20-hour workers, 30-hour workers a month that just comes in. He probably goes to multi-homes. Doesn't take a whole lot to qualify for it.
Right.
Because this person has no background, and the person in Missouri, it's, the woman has nothing and she's doing caretaking over there. So it's not that this guy, he's probably literally just someone that comes and cooks something for him, changes his sheets or do something. And then they've got other people coming in. So,
yeah. Now, just real quick, also something that's very important that a lot of you, before I again goes off from my head. Be aware that, did you guys ever notice that she always asks the question, do you remember this? Do you remember that? Do you know where you're at? That kind of deal. What I'm getting at is, at the start of this video, or her video, more to be more precise, is she asks, hi David, do you remember who I am?
yeah, she'll repeat it here.
Right. The reason why I bring that up is because what I'm saying is this is not a one-off event. This is something that she's been dealing with. And
she has?
At the very start, yes.
Start of the video?
The video.
Oh,
what I'm getting at is she started the video before the conversation started.
Yeah,
and that's one of her opening statements.
Yeah, right away.
David, do you know who I am?
Right.
Do you know
as soon as
where
he
I'm
said,
at?
hello, your wife is here. Yeah, it was her first thing out of her mouth.
Is that establishes that this is her constant communication with David where she has to, hey, do you remember me? Do you know who I
Which
am?
means this has probably been going on for a little
Correct,
bit,
and
or he's
that's
been
what I was
having
getting at.
memory issues. And the more she gets in there, it would be hard. So, okay. So,
Okay, can I talk to the guy that you're I want to ask him something.
Yes, miss.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes. Hello,
Yes.
miss.
May I know who you are, sir?
My name is Kevin.
Kevin.
to say that, Kevin,
Are you working there or what?
my name is
I help out sometimes.
Start
Not
saying
here
it.
all the time. I'm just here for a few minutes. And whenever they need help moving things around, I'm here.
Oh, okay. So, how's David going on? How is he?
He's doing good.
But he cannot remember me.
I'm not sure. I got to talk to his doctor and nurse to see how he's doing mentally. But physically, he's been improving a little bit.
He don't know where I am from, and I'm worried about that because I'm from the Philippines and I cannot call him like every day because I need a
There it is. I'm
Okay.
from the Philippines. Sounds like one of those beauty pageants.
Okay, well, just real quick. Like, okay, she says that, okay, this is somewhat important. I say somewhat because it's a little bit of oversight. Okay. Now, for those of you who are not aware where David and Rose I say used to live because David's not there right now. They live in a province of Zambales. They live in literally the middle of a rice field.
Fuck Egypt with a bunch of mosquitoes and
BFE.
oxen
They live in
and
BFE,
chickens and frogs.
And what I'm getting at
It's
is
like damn them frogs all night.
I don't know, but what I'm saying is it possible they don't have a landline?
Oh yeah, it's probably a good possibility.
No, that's a good possibility. And what I'm getting at is,
But
they're
if
like-
they've got internet, then they would have one like us.
well, see, that's the thing. That's what I said. When I say landline, I'm not talking about landline as in a phone line or a cable. I'm talking about as in internet.
Okay.
So what I'm getting at is that it's possible that whenever Rose mentions as far as, she might be paying for data at a premium using her cell phone.
Okay, that is a
That's
possibility.
what I'm getting at for those of you who are
But
not
she just
aware.
said international, which I guess.
No, I get it. I understand.
They run live streams. I doubt they're doing them all the time like they were, babe. I'm pretty sure they mentioned they had it. So I've been watching their shows.
I'm not. I don't know.
They're always showing them
I'm
streaming
just
stuff. I
saying-
can't see they're using data from their phone to do all that with the kids.
understand that. All I'm
You're
saying,
just mentioning it's a possibility.
it's a possibility only because of the location.
Okay. All right. I think they have it, but that's a possibility.
International call. So so are you working there, sir?
Sometimes.
Oh, so is that a nursing home or a house?
It's a caregiving home.
Oh, caregiving. So there's a nurse there that I can talk, so I can ask about David.
His nurse particularly is not here today. She comes around twice every month or 3 times every month, but she's not here today.
So the nurse is not there every day?
Yeah, but we have somebody who takes care of him, changes him, feeds him, and makes sure he bathes.
So, okay, I'm asking you again. Do you know what is my name?
Yeah,
What is my name?
Rose.
Okay, where I'm from?
Now, during the 30-minute,
Do you know where I'm from?
Philippines.
Okay. So you remember your dog?
My dog, yeah.
What's the name of your dog?
I don't get much.
What's the name of my dog?
You forget. Stay still, David. You're moved too much. You're moved too much.
Yeah, I'm moving. It's not David. I'm moving the phone.
Oh, okay.
Chocolate, I need chocolate.
I ain't got chocolate right now, Mr. Ray. Would you like some water, though?
Huh?
Would you like some water?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes, ma'am.
Talk to me. Say something. What's happening?
I'm just thinking how sweet it would be to be married to you
Boom.
again.
There it is. There is the statement that people have been sending us. David's statement is, it'd be nice to be married to you again. Now, is that a cognitive decline statement, or is that the truth coming out like when my mom was passing
No, I
away?
would say that he.
I don't know, because she talked about when all that went on, and he was at, I think he's been to America once or twice during the times we've been watching. And there's been other times, and she talked about going to America. No one thought she would ever make it there. She made it there this time around when he was at the VA. There has been talk of divorce for them, and she was going to file and get it annulled. There was
Okay,
annulment talk. I know everybody knew about that drama.
Here's the
I'm throwing
thing.
in the side drama. David did mention that. Is it a possibility, or was that a slip? People do tend to alter
Hopefully,
things too.
hopefully that. Okay, doesn't matter what I say at this point, but hopefully that he did start them breaking their dissolution of marriage. Hopefully, the reason why I say hopefully, okay, is because during these stages, you say what's in your heart.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So I never ever said anything that I don't love anybody else. You ever.
Okay, but when you calling me
Except for Justin
names,
Bieber. But anyway,
yeah, no one can see you. We
But-
got to get full screen.
but
This
here's the
is
thing. What I'm getting
I don't
at
like the screen.
is hopefully I'm not saying that he did. Hopefully David did start the dissolution of marriage with Rose. The reason why I say this is because in these stages, whether it's permanent or not, when he's in a quasi lucid state, he's not really quite there. What comes out of your heart comes out of your mouth. And what I'm getting at
We don't know if
is,
it's not her filing.
well,
or
that's what I'm
it,
saying
Or
is
that they're already
if
divorced. I mean, this is a
he
couple
did
years ago.
begin
they
or
could
did
already
dissolve
be.
the marriage, he's saying what he meant.
Which all of
If
this,
right,
this relationship could be dissolved.
well, again,
Did we
but
just hear it from the
but
horse's
if
mouth?
he didn't begin the proceedings or never did dissolve the marriage, then he's stating that he wished he was still married to the other one.
We talking on two different sides of the plate, dude.
That's nothing. Well, I'm
You're just saying he still loves her. So bottom line is, sounds like he still
I'm very
cares.
clear. If he did start dissolving the marriage or the marriage is
He
dissolved,
still loves her.
no. Yes, he still loves her.
Right.
But if he didn't dissolve the marriage or didn't start proceedings, that means he still loves the other. And that's what I said. Hopefully he did dissolve the marriage because he said the one on the phone that I wish I was still married with you.
Oh, so you think he's talking about the one in France or somebody else?
Thank you.
Okay.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
went to a different...
No. I'm very clear with the words I say. I always make sure. If he did dissolve the marriage, he still loves Rose. If he didn't dissolve the marriage, he still loves the France girl.
Okay. Gotcha. I mean, no, I'm with
Take
you.
it as it is.
No,
again,
I am. There's a lot going on. So.
And I really love you.
You really love me, but you don't remember me.
I remember you fine.
No, you don't know my name is.
Your name is Rose.
Wait for David. Rosa.
Rosa. That's what I remember.
You don't know how to hold the phone, David? You cannot hold the phone?
I'm weak.
You're weak?
Yep.
Why you weak? You can even not hold the phone?
Because it drives me crazy.
And where is your phone that the subscriber give you?
In Wildhouse, you would mention that.
You see it? God, I miss you. I made a mistake. That was a stupid mistake I made.
What the mistake that you made?
And you never know what David's going to say. So she took a big chance. He could have spelled all their shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
Be like, George, you remember the
the
time when we were down on
fact
Walking
that she
Street
kept
and we had that dog, that cat, that 19-year-old girl, and some other two old men in the back alley or something. I mean, you'd be
well, the
surprised what
fact
could have
that
came
she
out.
hammered that statement in tells us that again.
Maybe she's trying to get him to tell on himself on some shit. I don't know.
No, I don't. I think that he did start proceedings, not necessarily went through all the
I
way.
think
I
she
don't know.
did. I don't think it would be David.
N-
David can't get out
No,
of
no,
bed.
no, 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 no.
I couldn't start proceedings with
I
my
don't
medical
think she
issues.
did
I don't
because
think it would have been David
no, no,
doing it
no.
in America.
No, I think it is him.
He's filing in America.
The reason why I say that is because his exact words, and I quote, "I made a mistake."
There it is. What happens in
So what I'm getting at is
Gilbert?
again, is it
What happens in
possible?
Gilbert,
Yes.
Arizona stays in Gilbert, I guess.
You know, could it not happen? It's
He's
also
been there for a
possible.
while now. She
No,
even
no,
went
no.
and visited him
I
and
know.
stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Who I'm going to be married to for 50 years.
How can I visit you there, David? I guess I can't visit you anymore.
Of course you can.
I don't have
Yeah,
money.
she does mention it over and over again.
I'll send you
And
something.
they said that when people contacted us, she was in financial dire straits.
How are you gonna send to me?
Oh, I'll just come by the house and drop it
Go
off.
on, David. Walk on.
No, this is hard.
Yeah, no, it did upset us. Although I'm making
Why are you
jokes,
crying?
it's true.
It's
It's heartbreaking,
very heartbreaking.
especially as a couple.
You want money?
Why not?
And it is. It's extremely heartbreaking. That's what got to us yesterday when we were putting this together, was because
No, that's
I have
heartbreaking.
medical issues. Now, mine is nowhere close to David's, although there are days I can't get out of bed. I'm limited on multiple things, but everything, including cognitive decline, could happen in another 6 months. And then what? Rose, to the appearance of what she has put out to public and what people say, she's been taking care of him. She might be busting his chops all the time, but what wife really doesn't, but she still takes care of him. It's not an easy job, even if she did it 25% of what she's
Okay.
doing.
Also,
But
yeah,
it's rough.
part of the issue that a lot of again, it can happen both ways. Again, whether it's a Filipino or Filipina. What I'm getting at, it's usually the expat. I said it usually because it's what I'm saying is, if you're in the Philippines, odds are it's the Filipino or Filipina that never change. What I'm getting at is, it's usually the expat, male or female, that when they arrive here in the Philippines, they stop taking their medication. That's what I'm getting
Yeah,
at.
you did mention there's a good possibility.
There's a
he
good
has-
possibility that, well, it's not a possibility. I'm not talking about Rose and David anymore.
You talking about when he was in the Philippines? Because
Right,
there where he is now, I'm sure
well,
they're
what I'm
making
getting
him
at
take
is
because he's got people there
it's very common,
and he can afford it.
again, nothing to do with
Easy.
David and Rose, that when expats arrive here, they stop taking their freaking medications. And because they say, oh, I feel good, I'm okay. You can't do that. Maintenance is called maintenance.
What do they call them? Steroids, HRT,
TRTs.
TRTs
what I'm-
over meds and fast food.
Well, think of it as your car.
Heidi
You
gonna roll with
don't
those donuts.
you don't
So
change your car oil because your engine broke down. What I'm getting at is
keep that maintenance.
medication is maintenance. Is exactly that.
Coffee,
You take
water,
it
and donuts.
whether you feel you need it or not. You're supposed to take it whether you feel okay.
A lot of
But
them quit it when they get here. They get their
well, yeah, they
women
quit it
and,
because they, oh, I feel
I've got
good.
a
I don't
healthy
need
diet.
it.
My woman's cooking for me every day. I said, you do know she's
Correct.
frying all your food.
That-
It is
right.
full of sugar, and you guys are eating out at fast food places. And all of a sudden, you stop all your medication with heart issues. It does happen, guys. So
And I'm not, again, I don't know Rose and David or anything like that personally, but I can see David saying something like, yeah, I don't need it. I'm okay.
yeah, so unconfirmed.
Why are you crying?
By the way, this is David and
Why
Rose
was he crying?
Campbell vlog.
Oh,
We've covered him for years. It's the key to the live. And the whole time,
because I don't know when I can visit you again. And
All you have to do is come here.
how can I come there?
Just get in your car and come here.
Oh my God, David, do you think that's car? I can use the car to come there and see you. You just
What's
don't.
wrong with your car?
because I have issues with people arguing with memory. I think second win. I just think she doesn't know what to do. She's always busted his chops. So it's been people. I always said in the beginning when people you say, "Oh, Heidi's a bitch," and this is, I said, look at the Filipinas too. It doesn't matter where they come from. They're gonna bust someone's chops no matter where they're from, what country they're from. But my issue is I think she's scared. I take it. I'm 50-50 on the fence that this was absolutely wrong. It was wrong that she put it on. I think she should have just updated people and put the camera on herself and like she did before. David is this. David. She could have done a whole nother update when she's got her members or whatever. She could have put out a personal community post like we do. We talk to people on Messenger, our top 10, 15 people we send messages with. That's what you do. You don't put your husband on. The whole time, the man looks like he's high as fuck. His eyes are glazed over and watering. He looks worse than he's ever looked. But the other guy says, no, there's nothing wrong with David. No, the bitch is drunk, high, or extremely ill. I'm sorry, David's been down, but not like this. This is a still photo, and you're thinking, oh, he's just laying down. His hair's uncut, his face. If he's got caretakers, yes, he is a little rough for having a caretaker. His nails are overgrown. They look to be to the point where he's either got a bunch of dirt under him or he's got bad circulation because he's not moving and they're darkening and other things are going on with his circulation. I get it. But even if he is, he wouldn't lay there with the way his eyes are glazed over. That is only things that I've seen in people that are on their last couple days, the way he's talking, or that he is on something. And in a facility such as that, it wouldn't be an unheard of. He's not living in a hospital. This is just living in somebody else's home. His guardianship belongs to somebody else. Now, again, I'm just talking possibilities. But for those who've seen the video, they said, man, David's back on something. David is drunk. David is this. Something's not right. I don't think he's on the morphine.
That's not
But
drunk.
these are,
yeah.
something is wrong. If you guys that have seen the video, something is extremely wrong. But the whole time she is on and on, going on his haircut, going on about this, and I need money, I can't come there, and basically she's arguing. It's a losing battle, like with George. George is going to give me 10 points and 10 key things about what's going on, and he's going to say, "Yeah, you're wrong," and he'll go into everything, and it's like, "Yeah, you're right." It's just never mind situation. But you're talking to a man that doesn't even know what country you're in.
You have to also realize, even at best, and I'm not picking on anybody, and I'm saying is, even at best, that they'll give you an emergency visa. And even at best, as soon as she'll get an emergency visa.
She's already got one. It's good for 10 years. She's allowed to re-enter or 5 years. I'm not sure which one.
It's the
re-entry.
thing, then.
Yes, the re-entry. She already got approved, babe. She was just there, how long ago, guys? I lose track of time. 6 months ago?
Well, you have to remember, too, that it doesn't...
So it's an open,
right,
no matter
it doesn't
what.
mean that David says that he'll buy her a ticket. Doesn't mean he has the funds.
Correct. All of the above. So no, she's allowed to go back, but it's like, honestly, she's in more problems if she doesn't have the money to return, being she said she was the one with money and income, or she doesn't have one of her guys that are going to back her up, all the guys that were always sending things and money and stuff, then she's got more problems to worry about.
And even if he did have the money to get her a ticket,
that means she's in more financial dire straits.
At that point,
if she doesn't have $2,000-3,000 US just to do it, she's going to be really hurting.
What I'm saying is, what if he did get her a ticket and get her there, and then what? What if he didn't have any money for anything else? What's she gonna do?
Where's she gonna stay and live?
Where's she gonna stay? What's she gonna eat?
It's not. It's
what I'm
not
saying
a permanent
is,
work visa. She's not there to work.
Right. It's not one quick, easy thing. Like, let's say, oh, I'll buy her a ticket. You can buy her a ticket, but who's gonna take care of her?
Yeah. So.
Your guardian is not messaging me. He promised to me that he email me and what is happening to you, but he don't do. Now I wanna call. I wanna talk to your nurse or your doctor, but they are not there. So I don't know what is your really condition is. And look at you. You said that you are weak.
You're fine.
You're not fine. You're not.
He's doing a little bit better. He's trying. He's trying.
Tell her the phone is heavy.
Okay.
Believe it or not, the phone is heavy.
Okay. I'm sorry. So I need to end this call. Thanks to the guy. Thank you.
All right, guys. So that was basically it. So a lot going on, a lot to process. Again, it's going to be the tip off of our conversations about what could go wrong. Expat couples, Filipino, Filipina with the expat. It's how things are handled because you may not even end up back in America. He could have been finishing up all of his medical hair and been like our boy last Christmas. It's been a year since Mark Thornton passed away. Let's start on Mark Thornton and his woman, which has moved on. The whole different situation there that he actually passed away here. He stopped his medication. They were out living their best life, purchasing a car, running this YouTube channel. She talked him into having a kid. And there was so many different things going on that channel. That is a no, no, and hell no. And then he passed away, stopped medication, went on this hormone stuff and living his best life, and boom, down. And that was a whole process in itself. Same thing. She put all of that shit out, including him being dumped off into the ocean or something, showing how he was scattered. And she put every single thing out there for every dime. I get that people are trying to make money on the YouTube. Get your money, honey. But it's the same here with David. It's like she knew the camera was on. The camera was on. She knew she was going to post it. And, was it real? Was it not real? There's, a lot going on.
Yeah. Now, oh, wait, the ear broke too. Okay. So also another issue that a lot of people don't realize. And again, I'm not a doctor, but you can do your research. What I'm getting at is I get it, dementia and Alzheimer for some people have it, in the genes, it's hereditary. I get that. And some of you will say, "Oh no, I won't. I don't have to worry about that. It's not in our family line, yada yada yada, blah blah." Well, guess what? You're not exempt. And what I'm getting at is a lot of people don't realize. Again, I don't know your medical issues, but what I'm getting at is certain medical issues require certain medical treatment, aka your medicine or whatever you take to make you feel better.
Yeah.
Those certain pills may or may not cause Alzheimer's or dementia. What I'm getting at is don't think that you're exempt. Do your research. Certain medications do cause it. And that's what I was
There's
getting
a
at.
lot of things.
Correct.
that
Correct. There's a
can,
lot of things.
but-
But what I'm saying is a lot of people think that's just hereditary. It's not just that anymore.
Okay. Can we take the get up off? It's driving me nuts.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
I think the whole get up. Yeah, we both
Oh
actually.
man, my hair really got matted down.
These
at
are
that.
those masks.
It got
Let me
really-
see. Let me see the mask.
It
I
got-
had mine on with the wig, and I'm like, it's gonna be weird for both of us to actually put them on.
It got really mashed. Thank goodness.
Oh no,
Now,
I pass. It's sweaty. I'm not wearing your sweaty
well,
mask.
it's not sweaty.
It was. You were sweating earlier.
It's dry.
I'll pass.
You're making it. It's
right here. I have mine
it's
here.
dry. It's not.
Maybe it just feels cold.
Yeah, it's more cold than
Well, I watched
anything.
you earlier right before the live. I think when you first initially put it on. But yeah, they were kind of. Yeah, see, they're kind of off. Yeah, and then with the black around, it's just kind of weird. Yeah, so they didn't work as well. So Tony's like, yeah, I need. It's pretty much what I'm reading, but I thought it was just me. But I get it, because what work can she be doing, or what is she bringing in from the YouTube? Because she's not doing it anymore. She does it every now and then. I looked at the account again when we looked at this video. It's not like she's doing it, but she could have regular donors coming in. She could be doing something else.
Benadryl causes Alzheimer's? I'm not Alzheimer's, dementia. Really?
What's wrong with you?
No, it's
TT?
possible. I believe Tylenol can cause dementia, and you said
Hey,
Benadryl does
Sperling.
it too. No. There's a lot of things that you take normally that you would never even dream of, but no.
Hmm. Yeah. No, we're talking about location where they're living. Yeah.
No, that was really sad. He told her to take the car and drive.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, it was like a 38-minute video, and we broke it down to 8, because it pretty much, the whole time she repeated the same thing about needing, she would need money to get there, and then he says, "Do you want me to send money?" And then she says, "No, it's not." I just think it could have been handled in a different manner, but it just brings to realization that all this stuff could happen medically with me and George. Is your Filipina ready to do that? I'm sure that she actually is, but not all Filipinas are built alike, like people around the world. Who knows if your Filipina can do it, or the same with expats may have to take care of their Filipinos. They've been known to pass away first, or get into serious illnesses, or they have kids in the house that they previously had with, before they marry them, and then they have issues. And then you're dealing with that. Are you ready or not for that? So it's kind of, hey, Lucka, what is going on? Good morning. Yeah, your hair is all,
No, it's because of the mask.
it's all
It
pushed
pushed
back.
it pushed all the hair down. Yeah.
It's all, it's all pushed back. I can
Yeah.
see it's got pieces of hair all over your face. Let's see. Just reading through here, guys. So let us know what you guys are thinking, and along with the topic of heartbreak or happily ever after, does these relationships work out? Do things go south? What do you do? Been watching that Carrie, that we talk about, Carrie Travel. She put it back to her last name. I forgot what it is. So it used to be Tasty Travel. She officially changed it again. Now it's just her name. Could be for tax purposes, because if you do it, it's a different way of filing here or something, or how you register. But the channel name is her name. But she's been showing the homeless expats, and all of them have issues. Well, this last one, he just doesn't have his banking. He lost his bank card 8 months ago. He's got a bunch of money in the bank, but he's technically homeless, but he's living with somebody. So I think it's just a random family. She hasn't said.
Just real quick again. Bukandino and says most likely he's in hospice mode, semi-hospice mode, and is being taken care of. Well, he's definitely not in hospice.
Mm-mm.
The reason why I say that again,
They said the
for-
nurse only comes by once a
Well,
month,
not only
or
that-
once or twice, so that's not hospice mode.
no, it's not hospice mode because for several reasons. Again, like the
Caregiver home.
one key important factor when somebody's in hospice mode, the thing that tells me he's not in that mode yet,
Is
because
he's eating.
well, the guy says, "Would you like some water?"
Yeah, they tend to the last. Well, you can still be in hospice. It's down to the last couple of days, but yes, usually they start to withdraw all that stuff because it's pretty much
It's
end
not
of
the
life
last couple of days. It's
the whole time.
I believe it's if once.
I don't think it's from day one, but I don't know.
It's not day one, but it's weeks. Because the 3 days out of water thing is a myth. Guys.
Yeah, they
But
withdraw.
anyway.
So yeah, no, they have so many different programs in the United States. It's unreal that deal with that. As I'm to understand, according to the comments on the channel, he's really just living with the natural caretaker. He could just be living with somebody. Now, I think it's over exaggerated. Someone said they get paid $10,000 a month. That's not true either. They do not. Nurses do not even make that much. What they do is, like I said, there's a girlfriend that's in Missouri that literally gets paid 20 or 30 hours, depending on, to take care of a guy in a wheelchair. But they only go over every like he said, every couple days. He's not there every day. They help with things. there are other caretakers that come in, and I don't think it has anything to do with the military because they said he didn't qualify for those type of benefits for that. So he's got something going on. But hey, good morning. Pee Wee Barnes is in the house.
Hey, Pee Wee.
Morning here in Olongapo. First days of Mardi Gras, huh? Yeah, and then we got the time change this coming weekend. So in the U.S., and then you have the you enjoying that jacket? Can't really see your shirt with your jacket covering everything up.
No, it's not. I just have to lean back for it to show. It's not covering the shirt. It's not what's covering the ears, if that. See? It's not covering it. Anybody will agree it's never been covering it. But I'm just usually leaning forward so you really won't see it. Unless you want me to like this.
Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna have to. She did ask him had he had it something to eat. Yeah. No, he did they said that in the beginning. He said something about a peanut butter sandwich and then he asked about chocolate or something. So yeah, most definitely. Hey Laura, what's going on? Hey Laura, say hi to mom.
Yeah, apparently David Campbell loves peanut butter sandwiches, yes.
Gotcha.
No, I was letting you guys know. I mean, yeah.
This guy is feeding or the questions when he's asked the questions. Yeah, book him down. Or maybe I don't know if you're familiar with David Campbell. I'm trying to figure what they mean by that. Talking about David is feeding the questions when she asks the questions. Maybe she's feeding him the questions that she. In other words, it's like a kid. Did you eat that sandwich today? Yes, I ate that sandwich. Maybe that's what they're talking about.
Well, either way, I mean, all the questions are valid. None of them are malicious. All of it are concerning questions. So,
Yeah. She has a strong sense of duty. Yes. But it kind of breaks down for me when you put it all on YouTube like that. It's one thing. It's I would like to give 100% praise this time, but I have to fall in line. She's probably cleared a lot of the comments. I'm not believing her comment section is clean right now as far as everybody saying, thank you for sharing. I get people say not everybody's negative like your channel or you, Heidi, or whatever. Sorry, I'm just calling out. This is also, on the other hand, putting your husband out like that. It's exactly why we didn't replay the video, is that we took a side shot of him so you guys could see David, but she did a whole 30-minute video on it. Sense of duty, she probably shouldn't have put him up like that. It was, kind of.
well,
Well, I'm going to finish up.
no, it's not that. I mean,
Okay, give her the sense of duty. Yeah, taking care of David was probably a bitch.
I already said
I
it
get that.
earlier. Some of you will think the video is okay.
Hey, Ruby, good
Some of
morning.
you will think that the video is not okay.
Yeah.
I did say that earlier, and I just don't want to keep repeating myself. That's all I'm saying. That's why I said that. Well, I said that earlier in the video. today, right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I can see how the next 3 days are going to go. That is for sure. Second one's like, I haven't stopped taking my meds. Here's another thing with these couples coming here. I don't give a shit who the fuck you guys say you are on your channels. I seen a channel that I did. Let's just go to the point. Things aren't as rosy as the vloggers are putting up. Boredom sets in, medical issues set in, financial issues set in, things going on as far as the environment, whether it's flooding, whether it's things going on, natural disasters, and living in a third world country, or they, missing their family or going through family issues. There's always something going on. So we don't know exactly what Rose is going through. But as couples, you go through shit. You absolutely go through things. But in my opinion, experiencing it myself, being somewhere else doesn't make it easier either. So, you get kind of limited to some point, and people are like, well, just change what it is. Well, it's down to me driving and being able to do a lot more on my own or things like that. But I won't drive in this town. There's just no way, and I'm a good driver. But it's down to all of that. David had to rely on Rose for everything. That had to put a major stress. And I rely on you on a lot of things till I start ordering things or doing things. I'm not going to be out in that heat all day dragging and doing stuff. So what I'm saying is that a lot of these expats are relying on their Filipinas to do things. David had to rely on her as a caretaker. And initially, you were out there doing a lot of things. Like I would have you go directly across the street. Now I just pay the extra money. I'm not going to ask you to do it anymore. I just pay the extra money because I'm not going to keep asking. You find ways around it. But David was absolutely stuck to have things done. And she had to do this stuff, which probably got irritating for her at some point. So why she ain't got no money? What is really going on? Unless she got some other job. But I don't know. I mean, she could.
Well, we don't know. We don't really watch them that much. And if she did, she never mentioned it. I don't think she did.
David is in America where money dictates your quality of medical care. It's here too. Money dictates anything in your life, no matter where you're at. Although you can try to find the happiness on the side, but usually when everything else is going south, then it stretches the rest of your relationship.
Well, here's the reality. The reality is the illusion of money dictates your way of life. Not necessarily you have the money. People just have to believe you have the money. And that's not just in the Philippines, that's also in the US.
What's her main intention of posting the video? Yeah, if you love a person, you always want what's best for the person and their best dressed feature, not the other way around. Yeah, like we were talking earlier when she had him on the front porch, she was hosing him down, showing people his bath time. And I'm like, yeah, to me, that was, they're fighting and him, where she's up. He did a whole fashion show with her changing these outfits, and they were all skimpy, just the way it is. They called it the simp fashion show. It went around a couple years ago, and he was always putting her up, showing her off in the beginning for numbers during the pandemic and all that. I'm just going to put it out there. It is what it is. Guys were saying it. And then just me, I'm just going to put it out there. And then in a manner like that, even people said, hey, that shouldn't be up, or their fighting should be a little different when you put your husband out there with no shirt on and you're hosing him with a hose in a wheelchair on the front porch. It was just odd. There's a point where the whole channel just flips another direction. So
Comrade Ruby, it's for capitalism. Capitalism.
there though, that's what it is. This is very hard to listen to. She is monetizing off his dementia. It was kind of odd. I can't.
Well,
Is your phone charged so I can read the
it's
comments? I can't.
it's what? You can't read them from there. No.
I want to go read her comments because there was a lot of odd comments on her channel. You can turn
Oh,
it on.
I did
but
try turning it on, but I was wait. Oh, there's the on button. It's over here.
It's going to turn the speaker on.
No, I tried to turn it on.
Trying to turn the tablet on. It's going to turn the speaker on. You're a nutcase. You're just really out there. Hey, what's going on, Marilyn?
My naabak, George and Heidi, watching from Angel City.
Hey.
No, it really, it's heartbreaking. It really was a heartbreaking video. Yes.
It never takes
The
it.
Bluetooth
Yeah, I know. So, yeah.
Huh?
But you had no. Yeah, that's kind of odd. Let's see. The second guess is how she feels to tell her how she should feel. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's still talking about. Yeah, like George mentioned, enter hospice. No, I don't think it's hospice, guys. There's
Well,
not.
they did say he was not hospice. It was somewhere else, but
Basically, someone's got guardianship. He's
assisted
living
living.
some
He was in assisted living. I think that's what they said on the video.
caretaker home. Maybe that's what they call
Yeah,
the assisted
caretaker
living.
home.
Okay.
Caretaker
And
home,
it could be a
yes.
new word, like when I left the neurological center. Okay. And I went into one-on-one care like I had done a long time ago in Florida. One-on-one. They have where they put 3 or 4 people in a home. And they all live under 1 or 2 caretakers. But that can't be that type of facility because that guy actually only comes in for a little bit at a time. Unless they put 3 people in a house and each person has a person that comes in and it's a bunch of weird. No, there was one person that came in and did a shift and it was a long shift and they did all the care. So this is not that type of assisted living place where they put people instead of a group home or a nursing home. My question is why isn't David in a nursing home of some sort with his Social Security? Why is he living in a facility? He's old enough. I just thought about that. Why isn't he? They've got the facilities. Why isn't he? It's cheaper. Maybe he doesn't meet the full qualifications, not as disabled. He's got issues. Don't get me wrong. There's something not right. Why would they have him living in a place like that? Because you have to be able to do stuff for yourself.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, the people that I worked with had neurological issues. They could at least feed themselves. They were able to cook. We were 10 hours a week, and there were for
It's
neurological
probably
adults.
his choice.
So there's something else that's not fully, yeah.
The reason why I say this is because I believe, again, don't quote me on this, I honestly don't know. When you move into a nursing facility, you surrender your fundage.
Well, that's true too, but he can't have a whole
And
lot left over.
I get that. What I'm saying is he probably was in a caretaker home prior to, and then it just
Yeah, he may not like it, so that's what's going on.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying what if I were David, that's what I would do. But now, he's just his health downgraded or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, she does have members. I thought she was running membership. And she's not running, although we have a different one. I think one of ours start out at 69 pesos or 99. No, hers is at the 200 peso mark. So,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So she started at a higher amount for an average Filipina or YouTube channel in the Philippines.
That's high, even for
Yeah, a lot of them
expat.
just start at
A lot of
49.
expats-
Yeah, a lot of them, even expats, only do the
Even
49 or
expats, yeah,
99.
they don't
So
go that high. Yeah.
we have some of the higher ones, but we don't start at that point. So, okay, so she is asking for people for, yeah. So her statement to everybody is don't judge because of what you've heard him say. I uploaded this video for those who know David and his life from the very beginning, for those who are always asking how he's doing. And don't be mad because you don't know what I'm going through. And I know I put my life on social media and I accept your opinions, but don't judge because
No.
of the few minutes that you heard. But that's
Yeah.
not a few minutes. That's 38 minutes of busting his hump and putting him through something emotional, putting herself through something emotional, and the viewers. That was a little disturbing. And if you put it in a nutshell, it was really to the point of something's not right. In my opinion, he looks beyond, like, I don't know, he looks inebriated. He looks like he's on something. His eyes are totally glazed and glossed. He could barely keep them open. He looks drunk to me. That's the stage I would say he's at. He looks drunk or high. I'm just going to put it out there, and I know you won't say it, but that's exactly what it looks
Well,
like.
I don't think it's from. No, I think it's from his medication.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's but something's off on David. But he also has got cognitive decline. I don't think he's at the end of stage life. He looks like he's got a couple things
I would
going
hope
on.
not, anyway.
So, yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of, no, all of them are, we love you, Rose. We love you, Rose. God bless David. I agree with these. So it's um, but yeah, whatever ones, I'm not believing people didn't leave other messages. He does remember you, Rose. Rose, I know you and David are not together, but he shows love and compassion. Can you put your husband in a veteran facility? They said he doesn't meet the qualifications for, I guess, full time. This definitely should be a private call. She's exploiting him. So there are some in here. Praying for David. Very sad. Okay, weird. Rafi Tufel needs to watch your videos.
Not gonna
He's in
help.
America. It's not.
He's not gonna help.
Yeah, I mean, as she's not gonna, they're not gonna pay to have her sent over there. It's he's been living there for a while. It's just an example how things can go down and an update to covering them over the years. How long has these couples been together before things went south, right? I don't know how long David and Rose have been together. We've been here almost 5 years, and so we've seen them since we've been in here. Their channel started, it's still not a gigantic channel. They got decent numbers at some point, but it was mostly when they fight, like us, when the drama comes in, it actually raises the numbers. Tony says she's just wanting the money. The guy sounded fine to me, but why the still picture him looking sick? Because we're not going to use the video. We actually took a screenshot and then use some audio for reaction. So we're just not, because the movement of the way he looked throughout the whole thing was even worse, and we're not going to replay her full video. So it's edited. I hope my wife moves on when I'm dead. I hope she does too. Lucky he's been bedridden. Some might say he is. That's what they say, but to me, that doesn't look like, it doesn't look like, the guy is clearly stating there's nothing wrong with him. That's why I think he's high. I think he's bedridden because of the diabetes, and if you don't move, you can't move. I'm aware of that. He just looks like something else is going
Well,
on.
he
I mean,
said he's physically getting better, but he said physically.
there's something off.
Well, I'm just saying what he said.
There's something off. There were people that said he's dying. That said he's dead. And I'm like, that's not what I'm seeing. The cognitive decline, unless both of them mean he's only got days to live. That would be the only, we discussed that the last 2 days. That'd be the only other explanation is, yes, he's only got a couple days, and that's what my mom looked like the last few hours. She acted like that. But if he doesn't, and he's not in hospice, and he's just laying like that, and he's drinking and eating, then he's nowhere near that. So then there's the other explanations.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but just real quick again, be aware that
hey, Victoria.
hey Victoria. the way a person interacts with you is not necessarily a good gauge of that they're getting better or worse, because honestly, somebody could be extremely lucid and then you get my picture. And same thing right now, David. Right now, obviously, he's kind of like quasi lucid, and then right now, whilst we're doing this live, he might be completely okay. We don't know. You know what I'm getting at is a lot of times when people get the energy and seem healthy and get super lucid and everything, that's the next day they're done. Next thing they're croaked. That's what I'm getting at. You just don't know.
Oh, Chosen talking about having a beer. Second Wind says he's having a beer. Chill and get your beers.
Right.
I've watched the Campbells from the beginning. She knew he had a problem. Yeah, she knew about the stroke. She was right, correct. When she married him and took him on, he already had a stroke. So all the caretaking, it did not happen during their marriage. So, yeah, she knew about the past and everything. No, earlier I had the mask on. Or George did, yeah. I just noticed it said George. My dad was on hospice. They visited him twice a week, but he was at an assisted living facility. Yes. So, yeah, there's different stages. My dad is 100% disability from Air Force as well. Yeah, we hated the VA. We made sure dad was taken care of without the VA. Yeah, I mean, as much as people talking about there's all these benefits available, they were never like when my sister and my dad tried to get any assistance. It took months to get an appointment, and it was an impossible to use anything in the U.S. And that was 5, 6, 7 years ago. So God knows what it's like now, or what they've cut, or the funds, or could just about be anything. My Filipino is a nurse, and you can be in hospice mode at home. Yeah, that's usually, yep, yeah, yeah. They like your shirt. Show 'em. You can always see mine because of my big boob was. Look how nice and big the cat is. But here, babe, do your chest. There, let's see your. Show us your boobs.
Well, right.
Ready? Yeah, I know the teeth. See?
Mm.
Let's see those teeth again, babe. One more time. What you guys can't see is it's supposed to be with the dots. It's supposed to be rain, but I don't see.
Huh, what dots? What are you talking about?
It showed where they were sweating. I think that.
No, I think.
Right here it is. See? Right here, George. It's on the side. See the dripping?
Oh, okay.
You can't see it. There's drips where he's sweating, and it's at the bottom part of the shirt.
Well, you really can't see it. You have to look for it.
Yeah. David was put into a private care home. At first, I thought it was managed by private care facility. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know what that actually. It's either she had kids in the background or somebody has the kids there. I'm not sure what private care home is. Tony says she's milking it. She wants the milk money. I already have had the conversation with my daughter, told her that it's not her responsibility to take care of her mom or me. My mother was put into hospice care near the end, even though she had dementia. She remembered me. It took her dog to visit, and she remembered everything. Well, that's actually pretty good considering. My mom didn't in the end, and my uncle doesn't at all. So, and most people that do, they have the momentary lapses, but it's hard saying with what's going on. He's definitely confusing some things. So.
No, what a person remembers and what they don't remember, it's up to that person. So whether
Mm.
you have Alzheimer's or dementia. It's kind of like there's certain people that even if I have zero memory, will always remember how to get home. What I'm getting at
Mm-hmm.
is memory is a very, very weird thing, but it's because of what that person decides to remember, whether they're conscious of remembering it or not. So, if, for example, your mom remembers you, it's because you probably had a very good relationship with your mom, and she constantly talked to her on a regular basis, that kind of deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And thank you so much. Second one, talking about liking, subscribing, and hitting that bell, ding ding. Yes, guys, we just hit the 25,000 mark. We announced that in the beginning. We hit that about a day or two ago. Wanted to wait for this live stream to say something. So thank you everybody for the numbers and the time. Enigmas, like they call it, respite here in Australia. Yeah. I will never forget the phone call from hospice nurse who was awesome. They're very hard workers, yeah. You only get so many days in skilled nursing.
Hey, Laura.
Right? Sarah says, my question is why is he even alive? Yeah, I mean, with everything that's going on. And she did try everything. Like she was talking about how he probably could still be smoking. Remember, he still smokes cigarettes. She says he's always eating the bacon, the greasy food. And I get that. Like, you can change your diet and all of that, and it's hard to stick to. But if he's doing that and he's smoking, and if he's doing the substances or drinking alleged, and they had found him up in the casino and all these things, all these different things are going. He's just added all these different possibilities to his life being shortened, and now it's caught up. So, hey, what is going on? Geechee Lion is in the house.
Hey, Geechee Lion. How's
Music
it going?
radio is on the air. What is going on, Geechee? You get 20 days in a nursing home under Medicare. After that, you pay each day. Yeah, I don't know what he's under or what's actually. Yeah. Well, we're talking about overall. It's the basis of it right now. Heartbreak or happily ever after, dealing with relationships here in the Philippines when it comes to retirement, end of life, dealing with rough things that go on, rough patches. Are you going back to the US? This homelessness stuff, guys breaking up with their Filipinas. How is it living with a relationship, our relationship? So basically it's in that. But yeah, we got contacted by a bunch of people the last couple of days, and the video is kind of shocking. It's about, like I said, about as much as him being on that porch being hosed
Well, we
down, or
haven't
they're
mentioned him in
fighting,
2
or the
years.
fashion
Maybe
shows. Yeah, we've
2
pretty
years, 3
much
years,
no,
maybe
I wouldn't say 2, 3
2
years.
years.
Probably close. Yeah,
I
we've
think it's
probably
2
done
years
like
at
three
least.
things.
Yeah.
He said Geechee the P is looking for you. She probably is. There it is. Geechee said, yeah, he did not follow the cams, but last contact was David January 2023 in Vegas. I didn't get whether they said that he was drunk when he was there, or was he just not able to get around on the wheelchair and that was just his regular actions. I mean, hanging out in the casino and all kinds of stuff went down when he went back. So they've both been dealing with issues for sure, but mostly it's been poor Rose if you think about it. It's not knowing where he is and this and that. She went through the ringer on that. I did hear something about that. They said that he had been on substance or multiples over the years. So it's he is medicated to keep him calm, chemically restrained. So I doubt it. I do not with no I don't think so. Unless they got him like on a muscle relaxer and some other things that are meant to just, you know,
It's possible. The
a
only
long time
reason
ago
I
the
thought about
US
that is because he kept saying he was
because the US
weak.
doesn't hand out meds like that. When they did away and cut down on the opioids and all of the Valium
No,
and all
I'm
that.
not.
They just don't hand them out like Tic Tacs.
I
no
know
more.
that, but what I'm saying is he did say he was weak, and I thought that was odd. Because
Could be he's been drinking all day. Who knows? I
Mm,
just know they don't hand out meds like that anymore. It's not what it was 10 years ago or 20 years ago. So facts, but it's anything's possible. Yeah. Yeah. Either way it is, it's a bad situation. Ichi's heading out. Got music to make. I still think you have a wonderful voice, Heidi. Thanks, George, for the artwork. Yeah, we got to do some new
thanks,
stuff.
Geechee. Appreciate
Thanks, Geechee. Yeah, that's another thing, guys. Check to see if you're subscribed. If you are, same with the Filipina P and a couple of these other channels. They are with all
you.
these
YouTube does it.
updates.
Yes,
It's become
YouTube does
there's
it.
purges where they go through and unsubscribe people. There was a bunch of new updates, and now they've added a bunch new features. And yes, a lot of people got unsubscribed. We still made it to 25,000 with all this thing, so we've only gone up. I think we've gotten 1,100 people this month, and but yet we know a bunch got unsubscribed. So just check it, and then if you guys hit the notifications, it'll come up in your feed when you open up YouTube. It'll say live stream. So we are going to do the live streams as we've been doing, because so many other YouTubers keep changing to specific days, and because of our schedule, it is better now for Philippine time to keep it Monday. I think it was like our original schedule: Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays. I think it was Friday at some point. We took the weekends off, but yeah, it's going to be Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, which is Sundays, Tuesday, and Friday in the U.S. And with the time change, yeah, it'll I think be like at 8 at night for you guys, and we still do it at 9 here, right? Yeah, we'd have to do it at 9 in the morning, but yeah. I really think she was tired of David and she shoved him on a plane to the US. She did go on about him she did say you need to go back. There was a whole couple videos she did before he left. You need to go, David. So I get it, because there is no medical facilities
I was
here.
gonna say
He doesn't have they don't have the money, and it's not like me. Right now mine's been manageable, and actually it's on a verge situation.
yeah, I'm not defending anybody here, but I'm just saying
He needed to go.
from a point of view, in my opinion, that she told David to go back for his medical needs. And again, in my opinion, it was David that decided to break it off because, according to this video, he even says, I made a mistake. And I quote David on that one.
Yeah. Look, I think you asked the last time. I don't think we are. We're going to do a live stream for Halloween. There'll be kids that'll come through the neighborhood. We're not going to go to these parties. I seen the one that they have up at the Aqua Club, which is supposed to be off the fucking chain. But I get there's going to be guys there at our age and stuff. But if I was probably even in my 40s at this point, I probably would. I don't drink. I just can't see hanging at a party all night. They got a really awesome party. The Halloween parties.
I'm not hating or anything, but here's the thing.
It's for people all the people there in their 20s and 30s, and
Right.
I'm not
Okay.
going to
Well,
hang out.
that's
with,
what I was getting at. And again, you guys can hate me for this, but
I'll
what
be
I'm saying
tired
is,
after an hour.
personally, what I've seen personally, I'm not even saying what I've seen in video. Personally, what I've seen on these types of parties, if you see anybody that's around 55, 60, that's because their partner Filipino is around 30 years old at the
Right, they
oldest.
wouldn't be there in
At the
America. If they
oldest,
were in
their
America, you
Filipino
wouldn't get a
partner
60-year-old
is
at a
at
Halloween
30
party
years
at a
old
bar.
at the
Not
oldest.
normally. But for us, it's what makes us happy. So more than likely, we're going to watch a bunch of scary movies, do popcorn, order a pizza, spend money at 20% of the fraction. And then if we want to have a drink, we're doing it here, same as we would.
What
do
I'm
in the
saying,
US.
it's no different than you guys being in the U.S. and you have okay, it doesn't matter what nationality you are. If you're in the U.S. and you're in your 60s with your partner who's around 60 years old as you are,
You're just going to stay at
are
home.
you? Yeah. Are you guys going to go in a club?
When
No.
we were in America,
You're not going to go to a club.
if one of the business partners would have asked us over, or our family, we just would go to their party.
Yeah.
It would last 1 or 2 hours. You go home. You know, what I mean, little
Yeah.
dedication
No,
to have 1 or
fact.
2 drinks,
And I'm not
a
hating.
barbecue.
I'm
But
not ageist.
yeah, and we're not
I
meaning on
know.
you, Lucky. We've
Yeah.
just been asked by a lot of people, and they're like, oh, because they're just old,
Yeah.
and because
I
they're
know.
broke,
Yeah.
or sorry, we wouldn't do it back in the
No,
U.S. Life is
anybody, even in the U.S., like I said,
we're handing out candy, eating pizza
yeah,
and popcorn.
I know a lot of I have retired friends, and
Probably
guess
gonna
what?
molest
All
George.
they do is sit in.
You
They
okay with that?
all they do is sit in the living room all day, play Candy Crush, and watch Price is Right. And I'm not
Hell
even
yeah.
I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not even
Doesn't
exaggerating.
matter what age.
Point being
what part of
is,
Asia you're in.
if you're retired, unless your partner's really young, you're not gonna go out.
Pizza.
You
we
guys
s-
can hate me all you want.
George, can you send for some pizza money?
Oh yeah,
Shake,
okay.
shake that.
Yeah.
Shake.
Now, will I occasionally go to a bar? Yeah, because honestly,
Look at my big cat.
I used to go to bars almost every day when I was actually right before Heidi. Yeah,
Hey, Basan
in fact, while I was still with Heidi, I did go to
we haven't
bars.
seen him in a
Now
while.
that I think about it, but point being is,
We did a few when we went to
Well,
Tampa
what I'm
and
saying
stuff and
is,
concerts, but
even if I did go to a bar, I would go to a bar, not a nightclub. Two different things.
the party looked awesome. I really want to go to a few of them, but then when I think
What I-
about the cost, the effort, additional costumes, because we're going to do a basic one. Because Saturday will be America's Halloween, and that is our next live stream. We were going to do one early, and that's when I asked you last time, are you going to be able to get back over here from being with your uncle? And were we going to do one on Friday? Was you going to show up here early? And then he is like, no. So we're just going to do it Saturday. So we'll be covering America's Halloween. We'll dress up in something. We got a few things that we're supposed to actually put together and everything, but no, life goes on. That's what we're saying. You live and die, like you live and die in LA situation. You live and die here in the Philippines, and relationships get a little bit more complicated, a little bit more attitude, a little bit more. Well, the attitude and the fighting and all that doesn't really change, but that party did look awesome at the what's it called. I was like, man, if I was just 20 years old, that'd have been one hell of a party. But when I look at them guys at the party there, then people spent 2 months' wages on some of those outfits. They're not just a couple layers of fake makeup. And no, these guys will spend, them are the rich people up there. So the bougie Filipinos. Did you look at some of their costumes at last year's party they keep showing on Facebook? It's like extremely extravagant. And I'm like, yeah, these are usually hooked up with expats. Remember when we went up there and we were up there with MYK and the girl snagged her purse from me when we sat down? She literally snatched her purse. She thought it was hilarious. She was sitting there with like 2 expats, and she literally, when I sat down and we were like 10 feet apart, she turned around, looked at me, and her purse was a little further away, and she actually pulled in. And I was, oh, hell no. I was like, yeah, what's up with that? Yeah, it's just look like a thug, I guess. Guess so.
The thing I don't like about Aqua Club is you have to go through those stupid stairs. Their elevator doesn't go all the way up.
Well, yeah, and it's overpriced for what they're putting out. You've been there once. We've been there a few times, and I don't know how many times George has been there additional, but I've been there a few times. And after you're there a few times, it's like it's the same thing, even if it is at nighttime with their parties. And
Well, that's a good example. For example, the Aqua Club itself. Okay, we showed up in daytime. You know the older people who were there. Were they with other older people?
no,
No, they're retired expats with extremely young Filipinas. And again, I'm not hating. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, most club goers that are over 60, they're not there because their partner is 60 years
look
old
at
either.
this. These people, look at the costumes. Very extravagant on
Oh
some
yeah,
of
no,
them.
no, no.
Yeah,
Some of them.
and all of them are under 25. All of them.
Well,
And it's like I don't want to
yeah,
hang out with.
No, that's what I just said. Yeah, I mean,
And look at that. That's an older
if
guy. He's
that's
in
what I
his
said.
60s. So
Well,
yeah, it's
yeah, that
because
means they're with somebody young. Yeah.
I mean, look at that. That's a total. Like we're talking like some of the stuff was wild at some of these parties. No, these aren't cheap costumes to put together, no matter which way. Have you seen where they do the stews, like where they put the girls in the pot with all the fruits and vegetables and stuff, and they cook them on stage? And I'm like, what is this? So it's kind of, yeah, it's different. No, you'd be surprised how far out they go for Halloween here. In this year, I've seen more than ever. Like every restaurant, like when I got here almost 5 years ago during the pandemic, hardly anything was going on. Like George said, it really wasn't like when you were a kid. Did they go out of the way like this at all restaurants, coffee
No,
shops? And
no.
no, it just slowly. And then when the country reopened, I noticed that every place is decorating now. Some were, but now it's everything, and they're going way out. They've got, I don't even know where they get the money when you think about some of these small coffee shops that are just getting by, where they're coming up with the, I mean, look at the stairs. It's wild. It's just wild for me how yeah. There's a different type of dementia at different levels. I was riding in the back seat with my mother, who said that in the back seat, Monarch, my brother's wife, had to tell her that it's your sonnet, or maybe soup. Maybe you meant soup. Yeah, there are different levels. Yes, I get it. Yeah, it could be temporary, it could be full time, straight on, could be, and it becomes difficult. Yeah, yeah. They still are somewhat. Yeah, you're talking about the medicine. Victoria was saying my mom was given sedatives to calm her down, as she could be verbally combative and loud. It could be. It could be
Well, that
strictly
makes sense
medication.
because a lot of people with dementia do get combative. Yes,
Yeah,
now
he
that you
just
mention it, you're right.
looks
You're right.
way out of it.
And the
Yeah.
reason why is because they're in a state of confusion. There,
David Campbell. We played the video earlier.
I believe is it called Father? That movie Al Pacino was in.
George and Heidi, did you uncheck the auto dubbing? That's why so many YouTubers. Yeah, here's the thing. We know Sunshine put that out. That video from that woman came out about a year ago. We never used the auto dubbing. The numbers are down. I'm sorry. Someone said it was passed on to the P, and people have been going on that that's the answer. No, all the way across the board, people have lost numbers, and it is what it is on that. Nobody's doing well. They want you to pay to play. They want you to go in there. We talked to our manager. We watched other channels. We know it's not the auto dubbing. Ours has not been on. It was never on. And we went from getting certain numbers in the beginning to, we slowly grow. It just depends on your niche, who you're doing, the time of day, luck. It's a combination. There
Everybody's hurting.
is no,
Even big channels with 14 million
are only
subs.
getting 2 to
They're
5% of
all
views.
suffering.
Anything beyond 2 to 5%, I call bullshit on the ones that get 20,000 views and get 3,000 comments. It's not possible for the biggest channel to get it like that. So it's a pay to play, it's an advertisement, it's become a business, and if you got to pay that much money to go into it and everything, and you're that desperate for the money or need it, then it just depends on how you want to invest your time and all that. The auto dub is not the answer. There was one black blogger that came on about a year ago that said do this, and then Sunshine covered that black blogger that said remove the auto thing, and it changed his life. But sorry, I'm going to call it out like I did the wig the other day. That his numbers, in my opinion, didn't change. He said that his income increased by 600. Sorry. And I don't know if you're watching, Sunshine, because we went in, was watching your live the other
Well,
day.
I mean,
But he mentioned the wig thing, but I'm going to mention his numbers are still showing the same views from a month ago. He still got 4,000 views or 5,000. In other words, if he increased his money by 600, it's because of his memberships or something else. And that would have nothing to do with that. Your numbers are still displaying the same numbers.
Mm.
So maybe there's something up and coming that we can't see, but your numbers look the same. But either way, I guess I'm still tired here. I'm just
yeah,
can't help myself. I can't help myself to say what I gotta say.
right. But just real quick again, yes, The Father by Anthony Hopkins. I was wrong, not Al Pacino.
Oh, the
Anthony
father. Okay, I was
Hopkins.
wondering.
Watch it to understand
Yeah, he
how
did.
dementia works. The reason why I say this is because um
We're gonna put
the
her. She's got
yeah,
2 costumes.
the fact that dementia people get combative, the reason why, again, watch the father, it puts that person who's suffering dementia in their eyes, and then you would understand why they get upset so fast. And
Mhm.
because honestly, you'll be like, oh my god, is this what they go through? And yeah, go check it out. It's a
No, it's
2020
good.
film, The Father, Anthony Hopkins. Yes.
Yeah. So, Halloween is for kids, and most of adults like us that are up there in age or
I
hand
disagree.
out
I
candy,
disagree. It's for kids and sluts.
which you're both. You're a real good combination there. Slut. That you're getting lentil beans for lunch, and I'm ordering me a pizza, bitch. See how you like that, slut?
Hey, I'm not complaining. Those are really good lentil beans. Those are yummy. What are you talking about?
Well, then you can have that for lunch, and I'll eat the whole pizza.
I love you.
It's not what you said before we opened up this live. That is for sure. How's my
love
legs
you.
feel?
Actually, they feel smooth.
Surprising. I haven't shaved in 4 years.
That's a lot.
What you talking about? I definitely haven't shaved since I've been here. Once you get old, it just gets
It
smooth.
just doesn't grow anymore.
No, it doesn't grow.
It
No, it's serious. No, that's the
the
truth.
sheet falls off.
No, it does. It rubs. No, it is true. Look it up. Look it up for old people. Yeah, we just don't have to shave.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You're-
George, no, I'm serious. For 3 years, I have not shaved. There's no reason. Number one, I don't wear dresses like that. Number two, the hair on most of it, especially with bad circulation,
Yes, folks.
the hair
Heidi
doesn't
doesn't
grow.
shave. That's a normal, regular, dirty Sanchez.
You don't shave either. Take that, bitches, you damn trolls. Ew, Heidi doesn't shave. Yeah. Drop that shit on your mama. Speaking of dirty Sanchez, get mad at that, bitches. I'm not paid to play, but send me the money if you want to play. Yeah. And that's okay. I mean, like I said, it is what it is. Somebody was like, it's a business. And I was like, yeah, okay, it is a business. It really is. But there is no one fix to it. And I think we've gotten a lot of hate because we have an actual Google manager that's looked over the
We've
account. But it
had
doesn't mean that
we've
it
had
didn't
a
mean
manager.
anything. It didn't
No,
mean it
we've
grew
had a
our
manager
channel
since we
or
practically started. It's kind of weird
they watch the
because
algorithms
they're only
and
you're only supposed to have a
6
manager for 6
months
months.
when they assign
We've
them.
had a manager since we started. It's kind of weird. Not since we started, but
Yeah.
once we got here in the Philippines, we got a manager. Yeah.
Recently, we had a Halloween party in our subdivision, 80 kids. Oh, yeah, that would be fun. Kids joined all dressed up in costumes. Everyone had a blast. Most houses participate. Yeah, and the trick or treat. Yeah, that's the biggest thing that's fun is we're probably like last year, probably 4 or 5 kids that trickle through. There's not many that really come through here, maybe 10 all at once. And then some of them will come super late and we're like, yeah, we're not running out there at 11 o'clock at night or midnight. They do tend to come at different hours, but no, that's the fun of it, and then do the things at home. If I was under 30, then I'd have been trying to go out there. It was just where it is. But now it's just like, and yes, we'll put Mary. Mary has a costume, and the cats. They're gonna share the pumpkin head thing. I'll probably put the. It's really hard to get the costumes on the animals these days, and they've been fighting me. They've all on and off been sick, and now Geo, the black cat, he's the originator of passing that flu around. He's sick again. So the one that's
Gio sick again?
I told you who the hell you think bit me, man.
Well, I haven't seen him.
He's
He's been
screaming.
hiding.
Yeah, of course he
Well,
is. He doesn't want the pills.
He's not hiding. He's just
No, I
been
think he's right there.
upstairs.
That's him down there. He's actually in the box with her, ain't he? Is that him in there with her?
No.
They've got a little
No,
hut. That's just her.
because that's a brown ear. So no.
Okay, so then that's his sister. So,
No, that's brown
but I'll
ear.
try to get the costumes and get photos, and then maybe I'll AI something together where they're all in the photo or something. So, Glenn Campbell, right? All right, guys, we're wrapping this up. Time to move on, and George can have his lentil beans. I'm gonna get me a cheese pizza. So, all right, guys, we appreciate you guys stopping in. Next live will be what we will for sure call our Halloween, which will be Saturday in the
Well, it'll be
US
your
or
Halloween.
Friday night. Yeah. So
It'll be Halloween for you guys.
Yeah. So instead of trying to arrange the rest of our week to pull in on Friday, and we appreciate you guys on the 25,000. And if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything, as always, we answer the emails and messages that come in. We get behind on a couple days, and George gets to go through them and just different things going on. But we appreciate everybody actually.
Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate you guys so much. Let Our top fans today are Raymond Walker, Sarah Tyson, and Chosen One.
Thank you, Slick Rick.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys so much.
And looks like a new viewer. He said something about amazing how the YouTubers in the Philippines are hateful. It's always been like that. The expats are just toxic, whether they're on YouTube for the most part, but it's been like that for years. It's the most toxic group in the world that I've actually seen.
Well, okay.
Over Mexico, over Florida, over
not necessarily. Okay, just real quick. Not necessarily Philippine YouTubers. The reason why I say this, apparently there's a lot of toxicity in the American YouTube industry too, but here in the Philippines specifically,
yes, of course, it's just the internet.
Expat Philippine community, yes, but in the US, it's more of the gaming American community.
I just think it's
really
everybody's
toxic.
trolling everybody, like over
Well,
this
what I'm
food
saying
stamp and
is-
SNAP thing. Now everybody wants to be heard and seen. It's the same here.
What I'm saying,
These
the
guys are
Philippine
bored.
gaming community
They,
isn't toxic,
you know,
but
they're
the
not.
Philippine expat YouTube community is.
Yeah.
But in the US, the gaming
Yeah,
community
it's just
in the
something
US is
about
toxic.
people in general, babe. It's
That's what I was
everybody
getting at. I'm just
hating
clarifying
and
things.
usually it's a jealousy problem, or it's
Right,
because their wives are better looking, or it just depends.
Right.
But it's not a big deal. It's part of the game. A lot of people, it's just how it goes and everything. But thank you guys. And hey, Black Grandpa's like Toronto Blue Jays, 6 LA Dodgers got the game going on. So Keldon says no, it's the expats living here, not the Filipinos. I disagree. I've watched Filipino channels and they do turn on each other. You just
they
people-
all turn
people
on
are
each other,
people, yeah.
but-
No, I and then the ones with bigger numbers, like I seen one with 15 million. I guess she comes from an elite family. Her and her mom was out in the market doing some weird shit, and she was being kind of hateful and playful with the vendors, and it was the way she was doing it and everything. But they run full podcasts and live streams where that's all they do is talk about the government and other Filipinos and other Filipinos that do this and that, good or bad, or it's. But the expat community, I think they're bored. I think they're bored in retirement. Most of them are here based on retirement, and they just sit there and they just prey on these channels all day because they're bored and sad and pathetic at the same time. I'm just gonna put it out there. So, and then if you're open, like if your wife's too pretty, too young, and they're jealous of that, or like me, they don't like that I'll just say something, and they actually, a lot of them don't even have content, so they'll just use that as content officially as they're bored. So, but all right, guys, God bless you guys. Hey, Thera, talk to you guys later. Thank you, Second Wind. Thank you to the viewers, Sarah, and to our members that are out there. Anything else?